Your obedience to God may not have the same kind of impact that you would hope it would. It may not move the needle like you think it should. Yet God is still moving in it. And as I was reading in Exodus, God tells Moses to go and tell Pharaoh to let his people go. And Pharaoh doesn't respond. He tells him, "No, what you're crazy." And so then Moses comes back to God and he's like, "Okay, what now? What do I do now?" And God says, "Go again." And to Moses, he is probably incredibly defeated because he is sitting there going, "God, I obeyed you and it didn't work. Why would it work the second time?" But yet God is sitting here showing us that God cares more about our obedience than he does about the tangible things that we can see in front of us. Because God is still moving in all of it. He is still working. He is working in Moses. He is working in Pharaoh. He is working in his people, the Israelites, as he's trying to get them out of Egypt. And yet, so often we get caught up because what we are doing or what our obedience looks like is not how we think it should look like. It does not turn out in the way or have the meaningful impact that we think it should have sometimes. And that makes it really hard to keep going. Yet God gives a beautiful example here that, hey, just because it doesn't look like how you thought it would, just because it didn't turn out quite right or didn't seem to make an impact, it did. Keep going. And I have struggled with that in my own walk because I have felt like there are times where God has told me to do something and I'm like, okay, God, what was the point? What did that accomplish? And yet, even though there are things sometimes that we don't see the fruit of, we don't get to see how God continues to move in that. We know that he is still moving and he is using us to plant a seed. And it is not only working in that person, but is also working in us. So keep going. Keep being obedient to what God has put on your heart. Keep being obedient and surrendering to what he has before you, even if it doesn't turn out the way you think it should. Because it turns out the way God thinks it should and needs it to. And that's what matters the most of all. And how beautiful that even when we can't see it, he is moving in us. He is moving in the people that we have an opportunity to impact. And he ultimately is glorified because of it.